Disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only and reflects my personal trading experience and opinions. Nothing shown or stated in this video should be considered financial or investment advice. Forex trading involves significant risk and may result in the loss of all invested funds.
So guys, welcome to another video, right? So in this video I am going to be showing you guys how I pushed 1,000 rand to 6,400 rand. This is a continuation video from the last one where I pushed 150 rand to 2,400 and we withdrew about 1,400 rand. So with the remaining 1,000 rand, we then pushed that amount to 6,400 rand. So in this video, I think how I'm gonna go about it is firstly reacting to the screenshots that I have, and when I'm done reacting to these screenshots, I'm then gonna hop onto the charts, showing you guys what I potentially saw in order to take the trades. And yeah, maybe that might be educational for you guys. Anyways, please make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed. Road to 500 subscribers. We just recently hit 100 subscribers. So yeah guys, anyways, let's get right into the video. Okay, so let me get comfortable and don't mind this chair squeaks. So if you hear this, just know I'm not farting. It's this chair. I need a new chair. Yeah guys, so this was the first trade once we had 1,000 left in the account. As you can see, we did have a Nasdaq buy with 0.3 lot sizes and we were running a profit of 1,300 rand. Okay, so as you can see, that was my little weird setup over there. Pretty much like a breaker block setup, if you can call it that, but it's also like, you know, it's a mixed breed setup. I understand it, you know, I understand my strategy. It's like breaker block setup mixed with the rally, base rally, support and resistance, inverse head and shoulders, 50% Fibonacci tap. You know, textbook for me. Jumped in on that, made 1,300. So in the next clip, I think I was closing partials, right? I was looking to close 1,000 to have our balance at 2,000, and then I left the runner, which was then about 400 rand profit. And as you can see there guys, live account with the FX Pro, still the same setup, right? And yeah, we're leaving the trade to run to potentially make 800, but I don't think I held it all the way. I think I ended up closing that 400. So this is the next clip. Yeah, as you guys can see, I then decided to close at 400, leaving our balance at 2,400 rand from 1,000 rand, right? So the next trade we had was a Nasdaq buy, which was running us a profit of 800 rand, and I think I was looking to close partials, which I did. So I left the 0.15, which was 240 rand, and the balance was pretty much at 3k. I think I went on to close another partial just to round off the balance and, you know, have the balance at 3,000 on the dot. As you can see, as you can see, it was like 2,996. So I closed another partial and the balance was now 3,000 rand, and we had 193 rand left running. So yeah, I pretty much closed that trade, which then left our balance at 3,200 rand. And then I then found more buys. This was the 23rd of June. I found more buys on Nasdaq, and since the account had increased and balanced, our lot sizes could increase as well. We could increase the risk. So as you can see, you had a total of 0.70 lots running, one trade running a profit of 1,300, and the next trade running a profit of 65 rand, which was a total of 1,400 rand. So guys, as I was trading, I was taking anything from 500 to 1.5 because my goal was to grow the account. So if it was a slow day and I saw 500 rand, I'd take that. But if the setup was moving nice, or I was using a decent lot size that could see more than 1,000, I was more than happy to lock in some profits, right? So 1,000 rand a day was pretty much the motto. So as you can see in this clip, our profits had dropped from that 1,400 rand, and price was pretty much stalling. It was pretty much at the end of New York session. It was like 7:30 in the evening. So I went on to close the trade. I didn't want to hold till the next day, and that left our balance at 4,500 rand. And for the day we had made 3,500 rand, meaning that we had 3x'd the account. From 1,000 rand, we had closed the day on 4,500 rand. We had a 500 rand loss on Nasdaq, but I still jumped back in. As you can see, it was New York Open the next day on the 24th of June. The first trade had lost us 500 rand. We jumped back in, increasing the lot size with the 0.5, and we were running 1,000 rand profit, and our equity was sitting at 5,000 rand. So I was contemplating whether I should close or whether I should let it run, because a lot of my setups I was closing them early just because I was trying to grow the account rather than hold trades long term, right? So I was pretty much scalping more than I was day trading. So yeah, as you guys can see, fast forward a little bit, once we got to like 1.2 profit, I decided to close that trade, and that left our balance at 5,200 rand. Seeing that wick, I believed that price could come back to entry and tap us in at the same entry level. So I then placed a buy limit order of 0.5, and I was then risking the profits that we had just closed, profits of like 1,200, trying to maximize the profits. So yeah, as we can see, I don't think that order was triggered, but we did end up getting in with 2 trades of the same value. Add them up, it was 0.50, but it was 0.25, and that was running us about 350 rand profit. So yeah, as you can see, still the same account, live account. And yeah guys, it was pretty much the same entry, not much movement, or like the movements wasn't what I really wanted, but yeah, we were just scalping, capitalizing on any moves we could really. So yeah, about maybe an hour later, those trades were now running a profit of 700 rand. Almost at that 6,000 mark. I think I was waiting for it to touch 6,000, and then I was willing to close the trades. So yeah, as you can see, the trade was playing around. I think this was a trade I closed early. Like if I held it longer, it could have made me like 4 or 5k. But as I said, if we're seeing like 500 or 1,000 rand, anything from 500 to 1,500 rand is worth closing. You know, anything that I can pour in my car and have gas for the week is worth closing. That's how I look at it when I'm trading these flip accounts. Right, so at this point it was now floating about 800, and I closed one trade which was 300, and that left our balance at 5,600. So as you can see, guys, this was a trade I was potentially gonna make 10k on, but closing that one trade for 300, the remaining trade, if I held it long, it was gonna make 5k. But yeah, I didn't do that. I remember I closed this trade very early. Right after I closed it, price started like shooting, price started skyrocketing. But yeah, guys, we're just scalping. And what's the motto? If it's 500 to 1,500, it's worth taking. So as you can see, that was the last trade we took, and that left our balance at 6,200 rand. So yeah, guys, I think that was a flip in the space of 3 days, from the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Yeah, flipped 1,000 rand to 6,400 rand, 6,200 rand in 3 days. So yeah, guys, 300 rand, 500 rand, as long as the account is growing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll do a few breakdowns. I don't want to make this video too long because we're already at 12 minutes. So I'm just gonna look at the biggest trades taken. The first trade, which was on the 22nd of June. Yeah, I don't have the greatest risk to reward, but hey man, as long as you can make some money. For June I had a 43% win rate. So, and my best week was actually the last week of June, with 5 wins, 3 losses, 1 missed trade, and 1 break-even trade, for a total of 10 trades. But 22nd of June we had a Nasdaq long, a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So yeah, guys, as you can see, we had like this inverse head and shoulders type of formation. We had a drop, base, drop. So okay, let me just jump onto the chart. So yeah, guys, this was pretty much the setup. It's a bit hard to find since I cleared my charts, but just double check. Yeah, I took this trade within Tokyo session, so it was outside of my regular trading session. Right, I usually trade New York session, but the trade was taken at this point over here. So as you guys can see, we had a drop, base, drop, and anticipating price to sell at these areas. Generally following the strategy, would be looking for sell at these areas, but since the order block wasn't as clear or whatever, I wasn't necessarily looking for a sell there. Maybe I did take a sell there, I'm not sure, that was the previous day. But yeah, pretty much we then had a breaker block. This supply area didn't hold, and once that didn't hold, when price came back to retest that level, I was then looking for a buy. Now around New York session, price was in at the area at which I wanted to buy, and I think if I draw my fib from here to here, yeah, it just pretty much missed the area at which I would have liked to buy, which was the 50% level. So I think that explains why the trade was triggered in Tokyo session. So I had something like that, probably targeting these highs over here. So yeah, it was like a breaker block setup. And yeah guys, I think that's self-explanatory. Really might not be as clear, and it's a bit harder to explain because I cleared my setup, but that's a rough idea of how I caught that trade in which I made 1,400 rand crossing over into Tokyo. This was that setup, rally base, rally price, then came back towards that order block, and then we had another setup within there. Yeah guys, I'm sorry if these breakdowns are a bit bad. We are in July currently as I'm making these videos, so I have forgotten how the setups were, how I took the trades and all of that, but I hope this gives you a rough idea of what I was seeing on the charts. And in coming videos, in the new videos I make, I will pay more attention to doing the live breakdown of the trades as I take them, so that there isn't confusion and you much more educated as to what I was thinking in terms of taking the trades or whatever. But yeah, that was pretty much how I flipped 1,000 rand to 6,000 rand. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. The following videos will most likely be prop firm videos. So yeah guys, make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one.